You need not worry about Maya or illusion. In addition to intellectual understanding from my words, meditation can help you switch to this mode of awareness easily. We can talk for hours together about Maya and illusion, but you will only get more confused. Instead, it is worthwhile learning the solutions that will help us to live intelligently. That is enough. One thing I want to tell you, Maya or illusion is everything that your mind projects. So that is why I say, simply drop your mind. That's all. All right. I want all of you to be present here in totality. Most of you will be here physically, but mentally elsewhere. All that I am saying are great truths, and I want you to listen to them so that you may get a good intellectual understanding from it. Of course, the experiential understanding will also happen, but at a different level. You see, as I said earlier, bliss is continuously happening in us. This is the basic truth. But we continuously stop the flow of bliss, and this is what we experience as misery in our lives. Bliss is not something that you need to get from outside and keep inside yourself. No, it is your inherent nature. When you arrive in this world, you are in a state of bliss. As society conditions you, you become an expert at moving as far away as you can from this bliss, and then start searching for ways outside of yourself to attain it. These few days, we are going to see how to stop the stopping of this bliss that is continuously happening inside us. When I say bliss, I don't mean the ordinary happiness that we feel in our everyday lives. The ordinary happiness that happens in our lives is a result of something that happens outside. Some happy occasion, some material benefit, some happy news, some relationship that worked out, or something to do with a person or thing in the outside world. This kind of happiness is purely dependent on the people and circumstances outside of us. And this kind of happiness leads us to sadness also, because people and circumstances keep changing. They are not the same. Their behavior is different at different times. And when their behavior changes, our happiness too is affected. The bliss that we are talking about is different. It is purely a state inside yourself which is in no way affected by outer world incidents. It is your core, your permanent state. And when you have found this, you will be a mere witness to the outer world. You will become a blissful watcher. You will participate in it fully, but without losing your bliss. A small story. There was an old man in a family who could not be pleased at any cost. He remained stubborn and grumpy, no matter how much his family tried to keep him in good spirits. His children and grandchildren would all come and visit him and try to cheer him up, but he would remain the same way. Suddenly one day, overnight, he became very gentle and cheerful. His family was shocked at the sudden transformation. One of his granddaughters was courageous enough and asked him, "Grandpa, how come you have changed so suddenly?" The old man replied, "All my life I tried my best to get a contented mind, but never succeeded in getting it. So I have decided to be contented with it now." Everything is a projection of our mind. With the help of our mind, we have stopped the flow of bliss from within. We can never get bliss from outside. It is already there inside us. We just have to look in, that's all. Understand, there is a universal consciousness that fills the entire cosmos, and there is an individual consciousness that fills us. Man's whole purpose is to try to establish a connection between these two. When this connection happens, man is said to be enlightened or in eternal bliss or in Nithyananda. Nithyananda means eternal bliss. Through listening to all the lectures and practicing all the meditation techniques, we can become more and more aware of this connection and try to experience it with more awareness. This is the sole purpose of all our efforts. I always say there are two types of people. One who fight with others and win, and the other who fight with themselves and win. It is easy to fight with others. It is not a big deal. But it is difficult to fight with yourself. When you are courageous, you will fight with yourself and win. You will destroy what you are not and emerge as a blissful being. You will flower. The greatest challenge for man is to realize his entire potentiality. This can be done only when he moves inwards and keeps purifying himself again and again until he becomes intelligent enough not to gather more dust inside. Actually, the word Swami means one who has realized his full potential. All our difficulty on planet Earth is because we are not able to realize our potentiality. There is a saying that goes, "The lion that is not allowed to be a lion will become a fox." If we are not allowed to realize our true potential energy, we will start expressing it in the wrong way, either self-destructive or destroying others. So the creative energy or the potential energy should be allowed to express itself in a freely flowing way. Society should allow us. That is one thing. And we should also know the technique to express it. Swami means a man who has realized his potential power, who is expressing himself as he is, who is completely in tune with his being, who is blissful. You have tremendous potential in you. Time and again, psychologists and mystics have said that man is not living up to his full potential. Where are we missing it? Where are we stuck? Why are we not able to realize our full potentiality? We need the courage to let go and explore, that's all. We will then know the answers to all these questions. When you start exploring sincerely, you will experience a shift in consciousness, and this shift will open a space in you for you to flower. When you flower, you become a king. You will then live like a lord on earth. People may have all the possible comforts, money, knowledge, and whatnot, but they will remain beggars if they have not found their inner space. To find your being is to become rich. Inner richness is the real richness. We have become so caught up with what goes on outside us that we remain completely ignorant of our inner selves. We are so caught up in the outer world adventure that we miss the wonderful adventures of the inner world. We miss what the great rishis and masters experienced in their lives. This experience is what I want to share with all of you. Yes? You want to ask anything? Swamiji, how would you define spirituality in a nutshell? Spirituality is nothing but the flowering of four things in you: physical health, mental health, smooth interpersonal relationships, and the ability to respond spontaneously, what I call responsibility. Physical health is being free from disease. When you visit a doctor, he should give you a report saying that you are clinically all right.